and issuing unnecessary travel advisories against Kenya, something he says scares away the tourists.
Who comes to Kenya? And why do they come to Kenya? Who are they? Do we know the people who come to Kenya? What do they like when they come to Kenya? Maybe they come to Kenya and they go to Mtwapa. So what is that in Mtwapa that we should enhance so that they come, and they come in thousands?
Now, a 16-year-old girl in Samburu North is staring at a bleak future after a priest allegedly defiled and impregnated her and denied fathering the baby she delivered. Efforts by the girl and the family to have the priest provide for the child have proven fruitless, as the clergyman has demanded a DNA test to prove paternity. To make matters worse, he has been transferred to another station, ostensibly to avoid the unfolding drama. Villagers and relatives of the Standard 5 student have reported the matter to the provincial administration in the district.
Amenitafuta muda mrefu nikiwa class 2. Ndio, lakini hatukuwa tumekubaliana na yeye. Na mpaka wakati nilifika darasa la 5 alinisumbua, na mimi sikuwa nimekubali. Nimemjaribu yote kumuelezea kwamba ni father na mimi ndio ni mwanafunzi. Mimi nitafanyaje kuwa nikikubali wewe, nikikuharibia kazi yako, wala mimi nijaribie? Akasema yeye ajali mambo ya kazi yake, anaweza toka anytime, na isitoshe anatafuta manjia ya kutoka.
We have come to learn that even those whom we entrust children for protection normally end up abusing the same children. So we need to protect our children even from those who are supposed to protect them.
Well, that's the world we live in. Now, moving on to news across our borders. Sudan's President Omar Hassan al-Bashir has said Sudan does not want fees from South Sudanese oil and threatened to keep Sudan's oil pipelines closed to the South's crude exports following fighting in a disputed border region. Bashir spoke as Sudanese took to the streets to celebrate the country's retake of the Heglig oil field after the South announced that their forces will withdraw from the region. Here's more to this story.
We don't want oil transit fees. The oil within the existence of this insect, the SPLM, will not be allowed to be exported through our clean land, even if they accept 50-50 formula as it was before secession.
These are the words of Sudanese President Hassan Omar al-Bashir speaking at a rally in Khartoum in front of thousands of his supporters hours after South Sudan said it will withdraw its troops from the disputed Heglig oil region more than a week after seizing it. Sudan quickly declared victory, saying its armed forces had liberated the area by force as thousands of people poured onto the streets of Khartoum, cheering, dancing, honking car horns and waving flags. The announcement of Heglig's recovery set off widespread celebrations in the Sudanese capital, where the initial news that South Sudan had seized the territory had come as a major shock to many. The seizure of the territory by South Sudan had raised the prospect of two sovereign African states waging war against each other openly for the first time since Ethiopia fought newly independent Eritrea in 1998-2000. The countries are still at loggerheads over the position of their shared border, and other disputes have already halted nearly all the oil production that underpins both economies.
Moving on to Egypt, tens of thousands of protesters filled Tahrir Square in Cairo to Friday to demonstrate against the continuing military rule and those they termed as remnants of ousted President Hosni Mubarak. Supporters from a variety of political groups, including Islamist and liberal forces, entered the square chanting that the armed forces should stick to the transitional plan and should stand against Mubarak's remnants who are running for the presidency. Thousands came from all over Egypt to demonstrate, and some spent spent days marching tens of kilometers to join Friday's protests. This is the first time in over a year that Muslim brotherhoods, the Salafis and the whole political community agreed on a specific day to protest together. They believe that Mubarak's remnants will take over and rule once again. One thing that will unite them all once again is their shared stand against Mubarak's influence. And that concludes this edition of KTN Live at 1. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to KTN. My name is Betty Kialo.